For the first DIY ornament, I'm going to be making a twine star. So to start, I glue together 5 popsicle sticks into a star shape, and then I take some twine from the Dollar Tree and I go ahead and hot glue that onto the back, and then I wrap that around my star, and periodically I reinforce it with some hot glue in the back so that it doesn't come unwind, and I just keep repeating this process until my whole star is covered. The tips of the star can be a little tricky to get covered, so I found the best way is to apply hot glue directly to the ends and then wrap your twine around and cut it off and start at a new point and just save that part for last. And to finish it off, I hot glue on a piece of twine to the back for the hanger, and here is how my finished twine star ornament turned out. For the next DIY ornament, I'm going to be making a twine candy cane ornament. So to make this, I start off by covering 2 candy canes completely with some of the Dollar Tree twine. After I finish wrapping the twine around both of my candy canes, I'm going to go ahead and glue them together, and then I'm going to attach this red and white buffalo check bow that I made using some Hobby Lobby ribbon, and I'm going to take 2 of these mini wooden snowflakes from Hobby Lobby, but you could also use the snowflakes that Dollar Tree sells. I'm going to tie on a piece of twine to the snowflake and then glue them on to my candy cane ornament. Then I'm going to paint 2 of these little mini jingle bells from the Dollar Tree using some Waverly chalk paint in the color truffle so that they blend in more with my farmhouse style ornament. And then I'm just going to glue them both on to the front of my ornament. And to finish my ornament off, I'm going to add a piece of twine onto the back for the hanger. And here is a look at how my candy cane ornament turned out. For the next DIY ornament, I'm going to be making a wooden snowflake using clothespins from the Dollar Tree. So to start off, I go ahead and break apart 8 of the clothespins, and then I just hot glue them together back to back. After I finished gluing together the two halves of the clothespins, I go ahead and hot glue all of them together to form a snowflake shape. Now I'm going to be using these smaller wooden clothespins from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to repeat the same process that I did with the larger ones, with hot gluing the two halves together and then gluing them all into the snowflake shape. Now I'm going to hot glue on my smaller wooden snowflake onto the larger one, and then I'm going to attach this little mini wooden snowflake from Dollar Tree to the center of it, and then to finish it off I am going to attach a piece of twine to the back for the hanger. And here's how my wooden snowflake ornament turned out. For the next DIY ornament, I'm going to be using some of these mini wooden cubes from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue 3 of them together, 2 together, and then 4 together. And then I'm going to stack the 2 on top of the 4 and then the 3 on top of that. And then I'm going to give it a nice base coat with some truffle Waverly chalk paint. Now I'm going to apply some white paint to all of the individual cubes, but I'm going to skip the middle one on the top row, the left one in the middle row, and then the third one into the bottom. And I'm going to purposely leave the edges showing some of that darker brown color showing through to give it a distressed look. Now I'm going to paint the remaining 3 cubes with some light blue paint. I give my ornament a light sanding to distress it a little bit more, and then I take a Sharpie and go ahead and write "Let It Snow" on my ornament. And then to finish it off, I add on a twine hanger to the top of my ornament, and here is how my "Let It Snow" ornament turned out. For the next DIY ornament, I'm going to be making a snowman using 3 of these little wooden cubes, and I'm just going to glue 3 of them together a little bit off-centered so that I can make a cute little lopsided snowman, and then I'm going to give it a nice base coat with some white paint. Now I'm going to add on all of the little details using a dotting tool So I just go ahead and add on the face and the buttons, and then to finish off my ornament, I attach a piece of twine to the top for the hanger, and here is how my cute little snowman ornament turned out. For my last DIY ornament, I'm going to be making a present using this cardboard ornament from Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to be using this red and black buffalo check paper from Hobby Lobby as well. So I'm going to trace out 6 squares out of the paper, and then I'm going to cut them all out. And to attach my paper squares onto the ornament, I'm just going to apply a layer of Mod Podge. Now I'm going to seal the paper with another layer of Mod Podge on the outside to make sure that it won't fall off. Now I'm going to use some of this burlap ribbon, and I'm going to wrap that all the way around the whole entire present. Now I'm going to cut off a piece of greenery from one of the Dollar Tree Christmas picks, and I'm going to shape that into a little mini wreath shape, and then I'm going to hot glue that to the top of my present, and I'm going to cut off some red berries from that same Dollar Tree Christmas pick, and then I'm going to glue them to the top on the greenery. And to finish off the ornament, I'm going to attach a piece of twine around the top and hot glue that into place for the hanger. And here is a look at my finished DIY present ornament.